know what's crazy? Most women trying to build a coaching business are starting with the wrong foundation. Not because they're not talented or because they don't have the skills. It's because they're thinking about their offer backwards. They start with,
I need to build something huge, a signature program, a mastermind, something comprehensive that proves I know my stuff.
And then they wonder why nobody's buying. I'm going to walk you through why that thinking is costing you sales. I'm going to talk about what a mini offer is and how it becomes the fastest path to your first client and your first $2,000. But stick with me until the end because I'm going to show you exactly what changes when you understand this one simple shift. Here's what I've noticed after coaching dozens of women through this. The offers that sell aren't the most complicated ones. They're not the ones that took months to build either. The offers that generate income and momentum are simple, focused, and they solve one problem really well. Your first offer doesn't need to be your masterpiece. It needs to be your proof. And that's what we're talking about in this video. Here's something I see all the time. You've got this moment. You're ready to start. You've got the experience. You've got the transformation. Maybe you've been in your field for 10 years. Maybe you've built something in your industry that matters. And now you want to package that into a coaching offer. So you do. You create the thing you should create. Maybe it's a 6-week program, a 3-month intensive. You feel like you need to create something that feels legitimate, something that feels like it matches the skills you've built. Here's the problem though, nobody's buying it. And it's not because your offer is bad, it's because your offer is asking people to take too big of a leap. Think about it from their side for a second. They don't know you yet. They haven't worked with you. They don't have proof that your approach works for them. So when you ask them to invest $3,000 or $5,000 in a 6-week program, what you're really asking them to do is take a huge risk on a stranger. And that's not their job. That's not on them. Most women who want to start coaching get stuck right there though. They've got an offer nobody's buying. Their messaging isn't converting, and they start telling themselves it's a market problem or a confidence problem or a platform problem, but it's an offer problem. And here's the thing about offer problems. They're easy to fix once you understand the structure that works. Let me introduce you to something that changes the whole game. A mini offer. A mini offer is a small focused container that solves one problem and delivers one clear transformation in a short amount of time. I'm talking 30 minutes, a few hours, maybe a day. A mini offer is designed to do just one thing. Let your client experience what it's like to work with you. It's your proof. It's your first handshake. It's the thing that says,
here's what I can do. Here's how I think. And here's what happened when someone listens to my approach.
And here's why this matters. When someone works with you and gets a result, things start changing. Your clients stop wondering if you're good. And then they start wondering how fast they can work with you again. That's when you can sell your bigger offer. That's when you can sell your program. That's when you can sell your 6-week intensive. Because now your client has experienced you. They know you can deliver. They know your style works for them. But here's what's happening right now for most women. They're trying to skip this step. They go from
nobody knows me
to
invest $5,000 with me
in one single bound. But it doesn't work that way. A mini offer isn't a stepping stone. It's not a compromise either. It's the fastest, most reliable path to building a business. It's the path to your first client. A mini offer is the path to proof, and it's the path to momentum. And it costs way less to create than you think. Now I want to talk about what happens when someone experiences your transformation, even in a small way. Let's say you're a corporate trainer who's thinking about coaching women through career transitions. You could build a full 6-week program right now, but what if instead you created a 90-minute intensive called Your Next Career Move, the 3 questions that unlock your path? And let's say someone takes that and then they get the transformation. They have that aha moment where they suddenly see their next move. That's not a small thing. That is a major win. That's a moment that shifts your new client's entire outlook on what's possible. That's also the moment they want more. And that's also the moment they become your ideal client. This is exactly what I teach in my free skills to income training. You'll learn how to structure your offer so that it delivers results in a contained time frame, and how that small transformation becomes your most powerful sales asset. Drop the word income in the comments and I'll make sure you get all the details. Because once you understand this structure, you're not guessing anymore about what to sell. You're not wondering if you should build a course or a program or a group coaching offer. offer, you know exactly where to start. Let me give you a simple framework for thinking about mini offers. First, what's the one problem you solve better than anyone else? I'm not talking about the list of problems, the one problem. If you had to describe what you fix, what is it? For a marketing consultant, it might be, I help business owners stop wasting money on ads that don't convert. For a health coach, it might be, I help women get back to their baseline energy without overhauling their life. That specificity matters. Second, what's the transformation that happens when someone solves that problem? Not the long-term 6-month transformation, the immediate change. Pin down what changes for them in the first week, because that right there is your mini offer transformation. Third, how do you deliver your mini offer in a clear and concise way? At this point, you're not solving their entire problem. You're showing them the door and letting them walk through it. The architecture of a mini offer is simple. It's the container, the transformation, and the result. That's it, y'all. You're not trying to be comprehensive. You're trying to be powerful. And here's what's interesting. The same skills you use to create your mini offer are the exact same skills you'll use to create your bigger programs. The only difference between those two is the scope and the time frame. So when you master your mini offer, you're not wasting time. You're learning the foundation of everything else that you're going to build next. Now let me address what you're probably thinking.
But Nick, if I'm doing a mini offer, won't I be making less money?
Here's the beautiful part about all this. You won't make less money if you structure it right. Let's talk about some real numbers. A mini offer priced at $297 to $497 gets sold way more easily than a $2,000 program. Let's say you sell 10 of those mini offers in a month. You're at $3,000 to $5,000 in revenue, right? More importantly, you now have 10 people who've experienced you. And when you follow up with the bigger offer, your conversion rate is exponentially higher because these people already know who you are and they know your work. Compare that to someone who's trying to sell a $2,000 program to strangers. They might sell 1 in 3 months or none in 3 months. Your mini offer isn't about charging less. It's about maximizing conversions and building momentum. It's about the math of multiple predictable sales versus hoping for that one unicorn client. But here's the part that really matters. When you have proof, when you have clients, when you have testimonials, when you have momentum, your bigger offer sells differently because you're not selling hope anymore. You're selling results you can point to. This is why so many women start with mini offers end up with 6-figure businesses, and why so many women who start with bigger offers end up stuck. And when you're ready to move beyond the mini offer, when you want to scale what's working and build the high ticket program that attracts clients at a different level, that's when you move to 2K in 2 hours. That's your blueprint for building an offer that sells and scaling beyond your first client. Here's the thing about all of this. You don't need to build something big, gigantic, enormous to prove something. You need to build something focused that proves you can deliver a transformation. The women who are building income right now aren't overthinking their offer. They're not waiting for it to be perfect. They're not worried about whether it's comprehensive enough. They're focused on one thing, and that is, can I solve this problem in a way that creates a clear shift for someone else? That's your offer. That right there is your business. That is your entry point to the income and the options you know you deserve. If you're ready to go deeper on creating your first offer and getting your first clients, I've got something that breaks down exactly how to price, package, and sell your first offer. It's called 2K in 2 hours, and you can learn more about it on my website at herincomeedit.com/2K, or just click the link down in the description. If you're new here, my name is Nick Scott, and I help women turn their existing skills into coaching income, digital products, and online businesses. If you're still watching, I want you to go watch this video next, because I'm going to show you what to focus on when you're at the beginning and nobody knows who you are yet. Okay? I'll see you in the next one.